Hey guys, this is Heather with Katie Tom, and this week we're going to be making our own marinara sauce because the canned stuff and the jarred stuff, you don't know what's in that. Now, what's not to like about a good marinara? You can put it on pasta, dip your pizza in it, pretty much a whole bunch of stuff you can do with it. Made with the wonderful fruit tomato. Matches my hair. I was inspired this week to make a homemade marinara, not just because it's going to taste delicious and I'm going to eat all of it, but also because my friend Cynthia at work, she has a wonderful organic garden and she brought me some beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. They're homegrown, they're going to taste absolutely delicious, not like those plastic ones you get from the store. So I guess I'll show the first step of starting our marinara sauce. Now our first step, you see we've got a boiling stock pot of water here. What we're going to do is we're going to end up just boiling our tomatoes for about a minute to like 45 seconds, one of those, to get the peel coming off easily when we put it in the little ice bath we have here. Ooh, it's so cold. We're going to take about half of our tomatoes and put them in there. So just put them on in here. Hot tomato. 3 and 4. And in about a minute, we'll take them out and place them in our cold ice bath. Okay, it's the magic time, and you can see that skin is starting to split and everything. Just gonna place them in my icy cold, I guess you call it a cold tub then, not instead of a hot tub. Take out this last one, and then we're gonna do our last 4 and peel these. Okay, I have taken out the last of my tomatoes and put them into their cold bath. I've dumped out all the boiling water in the stock pot because we're going to be using that for the sauce as well. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, yum yum yum, to this stock pot. Actually, let's add 3. I love olive oil, it's so delicious. And we're going to let this heat up over just a little bit over medium. Let it get all nice and hot there. And while it is, I'll peel and core these last tomatoes. To core them, you can take a corer or a knife. We've got some great corers on the website. I'm just going to cut them out. This core here. And you'll see the skin is just sliding right on off. And that's that easy. I mean, a little messy, but it'll be alright. I ain't gonna kill you. Alright. Finish these and let this oil get hot. And we'll continue on with our marinara sauce. Alright you guys, our olive oil is nice and hot. I'm going to add half of a chopped onion. Yum. Oh yeah. Gonna let that get nice and soft about for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to take these tomatoes, and I'm just going to cut them up into about 4ths, just depending on the size of them. And don't you worry guys, the stuff that's on the cutting board right now is garlic I cut just a second ago. We'll be needing 6 cloves of garlic. Nice and chopped up. Yeah. I love the smell of cooking onions. This one I'm going to cut into more pieces. He's huge. A big tomato. He's so slimy. Move over, tomato. Oh yeah. And now we're just going to wait for these onions to get all nice and soft. Like I said, about 5 minutes, so guess we'll just wait. Okay, we've got our tomatoes here, and our onions are nice and soft now. So I'm going to add all of our tomatoes here to this pot. Yum! And I'm going to add 6 cloves of chopped garlic and a bay leaf. We're just going to dump that in there. See the inside here, just got a bunch of tomatoes and such. Gonna put that back on the heat, and we're going to do like a hard simmer for an hour. You heard me, an hour. But I promise, I mean, you go to an Italian home and you'll usually see a nice big pot of delicious homemade marinara simmering the day away. Just, I mean, the longer it simmers, the more delicious it is. So this is a very important part of the whole process. We're gonna let this simmer, and I guess I'll keep occupied until then. Alright, it has been simmering for an hour. You see, it has broken down quite a bit. Smells good. Alright. To this, we're now going to add a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and we're going to add 2 teaspoons of basil. Add that on in there. We're also going to add some agave for a little bit of sweetness, about a teaspoon. I'm just going to eyeball it. There we go. Mix that in. And I'm going to let it simmer some more until it's about halfway reduced. I should say about half an hour to an hour. Keep checking. Alright, y'all, we have let this simmer for another hour. Smells glorious. I'm going to show you. It's broken down again a lot more. Oh, and it smells so good. We have one last thing to add, and y'all are going to be happy because you don't have to chop anything. We're going to do a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar here. There we go. Stir that up. Smells so good. And now that I've got that stirred in, we can take a nibble and see if we need any extra balsamic. You can add another tablespoon or so, just depending on your taste, or you know, the tomatoes and stuff. It just depends on those. So this looks really, really hot. And that tastes perfect to me. So 1 tablespoon is going to do it. Our marinara is completely done now. It's absolutely delicious. It's got that bright, fresh tomato taste, and it's so much better than out of a jar, which has so much mystery stuff in it. We don't even want to talk about it. Bad word. Look, you can see right here I got meatballs and spaghetti cooking up on my Maviel in stone pan. But you jealous? Yeah. So that's just that's it. That's all you have to do to make a great marinara. If you have any left over, you can always put the extra in like an ice cube tray and freeze it. Put it in a bag. Whenever you need pasta, just throw it in with your meat once it's cooked, and it'll melt and be all good. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great weekend.